the assistant agent duties in relation to property management. Now, we've talked about this before as well in terms of what an agent cannot do as an assistant agent and what they can do. But we've had, I think, one of the trainers here today told me that we've had this question twice this week and a couple of times last week. So clearly there's something roaming around our industry at the moment in terms of what can an assistant agent do in terms of when they're working in property management. Well, we all know, and I think it's pretty clear by now, that an assistant agent cannot hold the principal of a property to an agency agreement. That is, if you're working in property management, the managing agency agreement or a letting agreement or any agreement where you are entering into with the owner of the property to work on their behalf. That needs to be signed by a licensed agent. Not necessarily the nominated licensee in charge, but a licensed agent, class 1 or class 2. That does not stop the assistant agent from going out and getting the listing. It does not stop the assistant agent from doing the initial inspection report for the property. It does not stop the assistant agent from completing the managing agency agreement, signing the managing agency agreement. At that point, that managing agency needs to go back to the office, countersigned as correct and checked by a licensed agent, and then returned to your property owner. So really there's that extra step in there between what an assistant agent can do and what a licensed agent can do. Now, to move on from that point, it is about what else can they or can't they do? Well, we know that an assistant agent can hold somebody to a residential tenancy agreement or a lease. So an assistant agent can prepare the lease and actually execute that lease with the tenant. So sit at the table, talk them through it, or sit across from a Zoom meeting or however you're doing it, get that residential tenancy agreement signed, and it is valid. The next question is, what else can't an assistant agent do in terms of property management? And this is where it came down to somebody was having a discussion about, well, if you can't sign an agency agreement, then you can't do anything within that agency agreement. Not true. Okay, so it's about the signing of a contract or holding the agency or entering into a contract on behalf of your agency as an assistant agent. That's what you can't do as an assistant agent. Issuing termination notices, contacting your landlord and organising repairs and maintenance, talking to the tenant about being behind in their rent, doing routine inspections. This can all be done by an assistant agent. The only thing you can't do in relation to the administration of your duties as a property manager is you cannot legally hold a property owner to a managing agency agreement. So hopefully that's made that really clear.